The Orange Box, a compilation of 3 of the best video games ever made: Team Fortress 2, Portal, and of course, Half-Life 2. All for the low price of $49.95, which was very cheap considering there were 5 full games included in this deal. However, there was one other game that came with the Orange Box that not many people talk about. In early 2007, PopCap, creators of Bejeweled, released a game called Peggle. I think it's safe to say it was a bit of a failure, but it became quite popular within a certain video game company we all know and love, Valve Corporation. After PopCap found out about this, they struck a deal with Valve wherein they would produce a version of Peggle paying tribute to Valve IPs. Valve loved the idea, and so the two companies began work on this new game, with Valve providing exclusive artwork for its development. The Orange Box was released in October 2007, and along with its 5 full games, it also featured Peggle Extreme, a 10-level demo with the purpose of advertising the franchise to an audience that wouldn't normally play a casual game starring a unicorn as the main character. Despite the stark contrast of genres, the demo did very well, and Peggle went on to sell tens of millions of copies. However, in recent years people seem to have forgotten about TF2's pinball spin-off, and so I present to you Peggle Extreme. So here we are. Welcome to Peggle. Although something's not quite right. That's more like it. This is the Half-Life inspired version of Peggle we all know and love. The unicorn here seems to be having a few problems, although he's not one to complain, he's still saying hello to us. Welcome to Peggle, he says, through a mouthful of headcrab. As well as the headcrab, we've got some Striders in the background. Striders are one of the most iconic enemies from Half-Life 2. I have many memories, both good and bad, about fighting these giant tripodic creatures, but I'd have to say I don't remember ever noticing their giant erect cocks hanging beneath them. I guess when you're being bombarded by enemy fire, you don't really notice the small things like these. Anyway, moving away from dicks, I think a very nice touch is that the menu buttons play sounds. We can bring back menu music. The premise of the game is explained by the unicorn here, whose name is in fact Bjorn. Basically, their universe is being invaded by Half-Life creatures, and they must defend it using the help of the TF2 mercenaries. Also, somewhere along the line Portal appears, and it doesn't really make much sense, but it's still fun. Gameplay wise, it's pretty simple. You're given 10 balls to hit all the pegs, and if you land in the pot at the bottom, you get an extra ball. You'll see in the background we've got some beautiful Half-Life 2 Episode 2 artwork, and there's also a hamster there, because why not? Alright, get a load of this, shit is about to go down here. Yes, at the end of every stage you get this kind of extreme fever thing, and it's always fun to guess which hole the ball's going to go in. Usually it'll be in the 10,000, but very rarely it'll go in the 100,000.
Cleverly done.
Wow, thank you G-Man, your support is always welcome. Next level. This level has bricks apparently. Oh, Gabe, why are you gonna do this? I'm sorry I couldn't protect you, just let me forget about it. Seriously though, if you haven't played the Half-Life games, go play them. It'll only take you about 30 hours tops. This level's got a picture of a head crab, though if you look closely, it looks a bit like a vagina, but you'd have to be pretty desperate to put your Copernicus in that. So if you'll excuse me for a moment.
Cleverly done.
Finally, it's the moment you've all been waiting for, the Team Fortress section. I'd have to say the picture for this level is slightly odd, considering when you look at the pictures of the other levels, you get the impression the mercs are working with the Peggle characters. However, in this scene, the Pyre seems to be brutally murdering this hamster dude here. Evidently though, the mercenaries soon have a change of heart, because the engineer's soon building sentries to help our furry friends' cause. Next level. The first time I played this game, I didn't really put much thought into the theme of this level, but now I realise it's Counter-Strike. Counter-Strike's not even in the Orange Box. Why is it in an Orange Box themed game? The answer to that is unknown, but I can just imagine PopCap constantly pestering Valve for Counter-Strike artwork, until one day Valve just gives in and lets them use it. PopCap, this game isn't in the Orange Box, you can't have the artwork. Come on Valve, just one level. Fine, whatever. We've reached the Portal section. The explanation? There isn't one. Just accept we're in Aperture Science now. Anyway, there's not really much else to this game, at least not in this demo version. Portals are pretty cool, albeit annoying, but I think we are done here. So, that was Peggle Extreme. It's free to play on Steam, so if you liked the look of it, just go download it. Also, one more thing before we go, notice all the orange box characters trying to fit in with all the Peggle characters, and failing miserably. But anyway, I'll see you next time. Goodbye.
This meme will never die because we are in the bin. We are in the bin. We are in the bin.